Yes, I'm excited for Brandon Cooks. Yes, I'm excited for David Johnson. Yes, I'm excited for this brand new offensive line. But there is one player who we are forgetting about, and we need to put some respect on his name. Mr. Duke Johnson, come to the stage. We're going to discuss him next. Man, let's cue the intro.
It's the city of the dream team. Hakeem, two-ring, Beyonce, yeah, me. And I remember hot summer, hot winter. I couldn't fight, so the block.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 713 Houston Sports. I'm your host, Mr. 713. Guys, Duke Johnson has been slept on this offseason. No, he hasn't really been talked about yet, and that's kind of my fault, right? I love the new tours we got. I think this offensive team is going to be absolutely spectacular. But we forgot about the one player that will be here for his second year term, and that is Mr. Duke Johnson. And let me tell you what he did last season. 410 rushing yards, average about 4.9 yards a carry, almost 5 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving 410 yards, average 9.3 yards a catch, along with 3 touchdowns. David Johnson had an underrated season for the Houston Texans with 820 all-purpose yards, along with 5 touchdowns. And if you don't think he's going to do that and maybe even replicate it, then I don't know what to tell you. You're just being naive. What Duke Johnson brings to the Houston Texans, everybody knows that he is an elite pass catching running back, one of the best pass catching running backs in the NFL. He's good on the go route. He's good on the wheel route. You can even put him out at wide receiver, and he is a threat out there. What Duke Johnson brings to the Houston Texans is that mysterious, is that potential duo threat. Because if you have Duke Johnson on the field, you don't know whether he's going to run, you don't know whether he's going to catch the ball and go out there. And who's to say you don't put Mr. David Johnson and Mr. Duke Johnson on the field? Now, here's the thing. I do think this tandem will be much better than when Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson were. Because when Carlos Hyde was in the game, you know damn well that Carlos Hyde was going to run the ball. And then when David Johnson was in, you know that the Houston Texans were probably going to throw it. With the addition of David Johnson, who is also one of the best pass-catching running backs in the NFL. If he was a wide receiver for the Houston Texans, he'll be the tallest wide receiver. Adding him alongside David Johnson adds a level of mysterious, adds a level, another way to get points, another way to get yards, another way to keep defenses on their toes. And Duke Johnson is going to absolutely eat, ladies and gentlemen. Do we forget how clutch this guy was against the Colts on Thursday Night Football? Do we forget he scored in the playoff games? Duke Johnson is going to absolutely go on a tear this year because of David Johnson. Now, if David Johnson goes down, and I hope he doesn't, I hope he proves everybody wrong. But Duke Johnson, I have no problem filling that role and be much more dangerous than when Carlos Hyde was last season. Because when Carlos Hyde was on the field, this team was one-dimensional. You know this team is going to run the ball. You know they're going to run the ball or play action. With Duke Johnson, you don't know what the hell the Houston Texans are going to do. The only thing is you're going to think is, how am I going to be able to stop it? Duke Johnson has reliable hands. Duke Johnson can run very good routes, not the best. He can run okay routes. His hands are amazing. You know, we've seen him when he was in Cleveland, when he was catching 50, 60 balls a year as a running back, which is absolutely insane. He was able to do that. Duke Johnson brings a level of enthusiasm to this new Texans offense alongside with David Johnson. You heard Coach Tim Kelly say that we are absolutely ecstatic for the fact that we have 2 running backs with the caliber of skill set of not being able to run the rock, but being able to pass, but being able to catch the rock as well. And one thing is, I think that Duke Johnson was severely underused last season. I think he should have got more carries than Mr. Carlos Hyde, and I think he should have caught more balls. And here's why I say that. The Houston Texans ran more screens with DeAndre Hopkins than what they did with Mr. Duke Johnson, and that is just straight up facts. Duke Johnson is a fantastic runner in open space. He's going to make people miss, and he is a big-time type of player. And the Houston Texans and Tim Kelly and Bill Bryan are going to find a way to scheme him right. They're going to find a way to get Duke Johnson to be one of the best pass catching running backs again in the NFL. He had 810 all-purpose yards. I want to see 1,000 all-purpose yards. But let me know, guys, what you think Duke Johnson is going to bring this season. I'm getting them a little confused, David or Duke, they're both Johnsons. But if you like this video, feel free to comment, feel free to like, definitely feel free to subscribe, guys. We're going to be growing. There's going to be this channel's changing. We're going to be rebranding. a new Ruben. I am now Mr. 713, a new channel. Everything's different. I love you guys. Y'all have a blessed day.